Most relationships don't end because of one big problem. They end because of something people ignore for years. When people think about breakups, they often think of one dramatic moment. A huge argument, a betrayal, or something sudden. But in many relationships, that's not what really happens. The truth is, most relationships slowly change over time. And the shift often begins with small things that never got addressed. Small disappointments, feeling like your partner isn't really listening, feeling taken for granted. Feeling like you're the one always making the effort. And at first, people often stay quiet. They don't want conflict. They don't want to seem demanding. Or they tell themselves it's not worth arguing about. So the feeling gets pushed aside. But emotions don't disappear just because we ignore them. They sit quietly in the background. And over time, those feelings can turn into something heavier. Resentment, distance, laughing less. And eventually the relationship begins to feel very different from how it once did. What's important to understand is that this rarely happens overnight. It happens gradually, one unspoken feeling at a time. That's why healthy relationships aren't about avoiding problems, they're about addressing small issues before they become big ones. And sometimes that means having that uncomfortable conversation. Saying things like, I've been feeling a bit distant lately. I miss how we used to connect. Can we talk about something that's been on my mind? Because these kind of conversations aren't about blaming the other person. They're about protecting the relationship. Because honesty allows two people to understand each other better. It creates space for change. And it reminds both people that the relationship matters enough to talk about difficult things. No relationship is perfect. Every couple will face moments of frustration and misunderstanding. But the strongest relationships aren't the ones without problems. They're the ones that both people feel safe enough to speak up before silence turns into distance. Because sometimes the difference between a relationship that grows is simply the willingness to talk about the small things before they become too big to ignore. I hope you liked that today. Please like, subscribe, and take care.